What's up, Broncos country? Welcome to episode 10 of Keep Your Eye on the Ball. We made it to 10 episodes. Go me, go you. So, as you notice from the background here, we're moved out of the palatial recording studio, otherwise known as my man cave, and we're trying out some other things. Visually, trying to make it a little bit more appealing. I do apologize, you'll have to see more of my face. Ooh. And trying to make it more audio appealing. I do have a microphone set up, so hopefully it sounds a little bit better and it looks a little bit better. This week, as always, we have my 3 keys to victory versus the Houston Texans in Houston. This is a big game. It's a big game this week, and so definitely looking forward to that. Also, because we had a good reception for it last time, we are bringing back a segment that I like to call Hater of the Week. I never got a sound effect. We're still working on that. So, without further ado, let's swim into the episode. So my first key to victory is forcing the Texans into 3rd and long. Now, I'll be really honest. I didn't know a ton about the Texans going into this week, so I had to get on the Google machine, get on the YouTube, and do some research. I know. It seems like I know a lot. Trust me, I'm human. I don't know everything. And what I found especially is that CJ Stroud is really good on 1st and 2nd down. And don't get me wrong, I think CJ Stroud's going to be a baller. What I did see, though, is that on the money down for quarterbacks, which is 3rd down, CJ Stroud did struggle a little bit. One of the games in particular that really stuck out to me was the loss against Carolina. And this is when Houston was 3-3, Carolina was 0-6. Anytime that they had to bring pressure, and anytime that Houston had to pass on those downs, Carolina brought blitzes, they brought pressure, and it really made CJ Stroud uncomfortable. Now, I think this plays perfectly into what Denver does well. In recent weeks, Denver has increased their blitz percentage, gotten to the quarterback with their front 5. If they can continue to do that and continue this uptick in forcing turnovers that they've been doing, I really like how this matchup presents itself to Denver. And if they can continue the trend of just playing solid defense and getting a couple turnovers to help them out, man, I really like their chances on Sunday. So my second key to the game is putting the special back in special teams. Again, doing some research, I found that Houston is kind of shaky when it comes to their punt coverage returns. And how this helps Denver? Well, we have Marvin Mims, who has been probably the best returner that we've had since Trenton Holiday, and has already been named an AFC Player of the Week when it comes to his return game, and probably should be in the Pro Bowl for the work that he's done. He's already taken a kick return back. He's had a couple really, really good punt returns. And so, again, the offense is still a work in progress. It's not wholesale built to have those long, methodical drives, which I still think that they can, but they haven't shown it lately. Now, where Mims comes in, if you give Denver that short field, they have shown the ability to cash those in for points. Hasn't always been touchdowns, but even field goals, as long as we're keeping the pressure on Houston and forcing CJ Stroud to put the ball in the air, I think key number 2 and key number 1 work hand in hand. So if Marvin Mims can give us a couple good returns and maybe even take one to the house himself, I think this is another check mark in the Denver column for a win on Sunday. So my third key is, which Houston team's going to show up? Is it going to be the team that lost to an 0-6 Carolina team in a really ugly contest? Or is it going to be the team that beat Jacksonville in the second week of the year and was only a 58-yard field goal away from sending it into overtime last week? Who knows? That's kind of the bugaboo that you get with young teams. They have a first-year coach in D'Amico Ryans, a first-year player in C.J. Stroud. They are young across the board. And Denver should not discount that enthusiasm because they don't know what to be afraid of, and they might not know when to quit either, which is a scary proposition for a Denver team. However, I think Denver has the edge in the style of defense they've been playing, especially when you see what they've done in the last 5 weeks. And also, CJ Stroud still fits the mold of the guys that they've been playing against. So I don't think that that's going to give them any pause. Offensively, it's going to be conservative, but I still think that works against Houston. And we've already talked about the special teams advantages that Denver has. I think in all three phases of the game, Denver is the better team. If Denver plays to their best, I think they beat Houston. If Houston gives them any opportunity to jump in there, I think Denver takes it, and I think Denver wins this. As long as they're consistent in everything that they do, I think Denver has a great shot of winning this on Sunday. So now that we got our keys to victory out of the way, we move on to my favorite segment of the show, which I like to call Hater of the Week. And this week's hater is brought to you from Cleveland. And we bring up Damon Wolf. But Adam, you may be saying, who is Damon Wolf? And trust me, I had to look that up too. And it came up on my Twitter feed, or X feed, whatever they're calling it nowadays. And I had to do some digging on this too. Wolf is a Browns blogger, and no disrespect to bloggers, I am one and used to be one. And Mr. Wolf took exception to the two hits on Dorian Thompson-Robinson and Amari Cooper. One that resulted in Robinson going into concussion protocol and Cooper getting banged up on the play. Wolf made the assumption that the Denver defense is entirely dirty, that the coaching staff is teaching them to be that, and that what can you expect from a group that was led by Kareem Jackson. And I take offense to all three of these points. One, if you look at both hits were both players trying to lay up while also still being physical. This is still football, and this is still a defense trying to impose itself. That's what you want them to do. Second of all, to say that this is a dirty group and they're being coached that way is based in nothing. And if he's trying to make far-reaching comments that, Sean Payton was the coach under Bountygate, I show me outside of the flags, which again, I actually did a piece on Kareem Jackson and his hits that he had. I don't think it's warranted, and I don't think that that's fair, and it's not based in anything. And then to basically say that the whole defense is dirty, I mean, come on, man. Nobody said anything when we were giving up 70 points in Miami, but now that we're on a good run, there's going to be words said. So I bet the roles would be reversed, and I may have taken exception if it were Russell Wilson and Cortland Sutton in the same situation, but it isn't. So, yeah, I was disappointed. He got a lot of heat on X, as he should have. And, yeah, but I'm not going to leave it at that. We're not going to dox him. We're not going to go any farther. But we are going to call him our Hater of the Week. So that wraps up episode 10. 10, can you believe? That's 2 hands. That's 10. And I love doing this. I love getting the content out to you guys. I love doing, joking around with you and bringing another point of view of Broncos country and Denver Bronco football. If you love what I'm doing, keep giving me likes. Keep giving me comments. Keep giving me comments. And if you want, share it with somebody else. And just let them know, hey, there's this dude named Adam. He provides Denver Bronco content on his YouTube channel. I think he's okay. So why don't you check it out? Send me money. Send me presents. I like Legos. So, just throwing it out there. And as always, I'll be getting out my written content to you on Sunday before the game, and I'll be giving you my halftime reactions on my TikTok. I'll be providing my handle in the description. And as always, keep your eye on the ball, and I'll see you next time.